Clone Saga.
The
The Clone Saga in Spider-Man, where they
no.
changed Spider-Man, like Peter Parker.
Oh, where he went into like Doc Ock. No, that was to do with. No, that was something else.
Oh, that
Wasn't
was
it?
the superior Spider-Man. That was
Yes.
maybe
Yes.
in the 2010s. No, this was like in the mid 90s where they had the Scarlet Spider,
Okay.
and he was a clone.
Mhm.
There was a story in like the 70s or something where one of the villains cloned Spider-Man and made the two clones fight, and
Right.
then Spider-Man beat the clone, and that was the end of the story. But
Mhm.
then in the 90s, they were kind of in this position where they thought, we've kind of got Peter Parker now. He's going to get married, or maybe he was married.
Mhm.
He's getting very grown up, and his adventures are getting very like
How
dark and
how do we
adulty.
reverse this a bit?
Yeah, and it's like, so what if we brought the clone back and just switched them out, and then because then he would be single,
Mhm.
he would be like unemployed and
Nice.
stuff, and we could
Yeah.
have him just being the freelance photographer again.
Mhm.
It didn't go well. People were more married to like the idea of Peter Parker as Spider-Man than anything.
Mhm.
But this character, he got into enough. Like, that's where I discovered. I just started reading Spider-Man around that time, and it was exciting for me because the cartoon was on TV,
Mhm.
and it was all very much like
Yes,
Saturday
yeah.
morning adventures.
Mhm.
And then I got the comic, and it was the first line was like, Ben Reilly is the clone of Peter Parker, and you're like maybe 10 or 11, and it's like,
Mhm.
oh, this is
What's going on here?
what is all this new
Yeah.
stuff that I've never heard of. And he
Mhm.
had a trashy suit. It was like just a red spandex and a hoodie.
I feel like I must have missed this. I need to seek this out.
It's very controversial in that,
Mhm.
like, not a lot of people liked it, and it was successful. People were interested in the first few issues, and
Mhm.
then Marvel done what publishers tend to do, of like they just expanded it out too much. They made the story, they just sort of tried to drag it out, and so there was a lot
Mhm.
of bad comics made in
Okay.
between, and people were like, we just want Peter Parker back. We're
Right.
tired of this. But they eventually put this guy into like the spider suit and stuff,
Mhm.
and he's another one of those characters where people clamored bring him back, and they've had him back, and they're trying to change him because fans want him, but like the majority of readers don't want another Spider-Man, so they're trying to change him.
Mhm.
And especially like, he's just another Peter Parker. We don't need two Peter Parkers. It's fine to have a Miles Morales who has his own
Separate
backstory
storyline.
and
Mhm.
he has spider powers, whereas this guy is just Peter Parker, but he dyes his hair blonde and he goes by a different name. But I have this idea for a story to like remove him from that, but still keep me. He's always been in the shadow, and like, I don't know if it's because I'm like a middle child and a younger brother, that it's like he's like a little brother and he wants to stand out and be his own guy. I want to write his story. Like, I want him to be his own guy.